again. This is Mike, and I'm the Sports History Collector. Today is another edition of Athletes at War, Volume 2, Baseball's Ed FitzGerald. Eddie was a sometime starter, most-time backup catcher for 12 seasons from 1948 to 1959 with Pittsburgh, Washington, and Cleveland. He was a decent player who had a career .260 average and usually had about the same amount of strikeouts to walks. Prior to making it in the big leagues, Ed served in the armed forces from 1943 to the end of the war in 1946 for the Army. Ed served with the 597th AAA Battalion in the Aleutian Islands after the islands had become occupied by the Japanese. It's debated whether this was a strategic stronghold for the Japanese to prevent Russian and American forces from joining up and also becoming a base of operations for further attacks on the American West Coast, or possibly a ploy to get American ships to abandon Midway. Either way, the Japanese were successfully repelled from the islands. With that completed, Ed was sent to Europe, where he saw action as the U.S. troops crossed the Rhine, and where Ed single-handedly captured 2 German soldiers. After the war came to an end, Ed was stationed on guard duty at the German-Austrian border. Thank you, Eddie FitzGerald, for your service. It may seem like his baseball career was pretty mediocre compared to his military service, but 2 things stand out. First, for the Pirates, he caught Cliff Chambers' no-hitter on May 6, 1951. Second, he broke up Billy Pierce's perfect game bid with 2 outs in the 9th inning on June 27, 1958. Pierce was a borderline Hall of Fame candidate, and a perfect game might have put him over the edge to get him in the Hall of Fame. We'll never know, but Eddie broke it up. Later on, sometime later, Billy Pierce was interviewed about that game, and he said everybody knew that Ed was a first ball fastball hitter, so he put the first pitch, curveball, wide and outside. Eddie swung late and hit it down the right field line. So pretty good piece of hitting there by backup catcher Ed FitzGerald. So I hope you enjoyed the story of Ed FitzGerald. We've added here 1952 Bowman. This is what I like to see in a signed Bowman card. I really like, the borders are good. It's good centering. Colors are excellent. Strong signature. Now you may have a hard time seeing the signature. It's across his arm going across his catcher's chest protector. But it is a strong signature. It looks really good in person. And this was a recent acquisition. And I really like this card. And of course, that whole 52 Bowman set as well as the other Bowmans. So hope you enjoyed this. And we'll show a close-up of the card here. And we'll talk to you soon.
Here they come again, catch us if you can, time to get a move on, we were young with all of our might, catch us if you